This video is covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, etc.
Good morning. We are gold diggers today. We've got goals in mind. There's a lot of people that are upset with social media this morning, but before we get started and go over what the uproar in social media is, I want to say good morning to everyone. And Bullhorn Betty is present. Sharon, good morning. Princess Jasmina says, I sit here panicking because I have to take two puppies by myself to the veterinarian for their shots. I cannot stand to see any of my babies hurt. Aww. 2 legs or 4 legs. Aw. Well, we wish them the best. I know that's one of the reasons why I haven't spaded Delilah yet. I've been bouncing back and forth to it, with it and whatnot. But, it's one of those things. We don't want to see them hurt, but what's in the best interest of their health? Anyways, so what is social media all upset about and been out of shape? And they're been out of shape because we haven't been covering the Sebastian Rogers case since Lily and Jake Sullivan has come about. And if you guys are here and never have seen me before, I'm Bullhorn Betty. We cover true crime. And prior to the Lily and Jack case, we were covering the case of Sebastian Rogers. I think one of the reasons why many people I don't think people are leaving the Sebastian Rogers case. I know I'm certainly not leaving the Sebastian Rogers case. I think the reason why people are focusing on Lily and Jack is because it's a new case. And if we can help them, as opposed to us being on Sebastian's case for 14 months and not really getting anywhere, the people responsible, at least who we believe is responsible, is still out there walking free. So I think that it's not that we're leaving the Sebastian Rogers case. I think it's just a little break to try to help another family, as well as just getting some breathing room, because the case of Sebastian Rogers has literally been so intense for over a year. I think having a little change of scenery and conversation is really what people need. Again, Sebastian Rogers, we're constantly comparing the case of Lily and Jack back to Sebastian Rogers. And that in and of itself is keeping Sebastian's name alive. But in all fairness, we still need to make sure that Sebastian's name doesn't fall on the algorithm. So we're going to go over a few things related to the Sebastian Rogers case, have a little bit of talking points. Now, we watch a lot of other cases, such as Lily and Jack, and we realize when a case is scaled back, it typically means that law enforcement doesn't believe that the individual is still alive. And we know that the case in Sebastian Rogers, it was the similar scenario where the search was scaled back relatively early on in the case, and went to an investigative side of the case, but they weren't so forthcoming to let us know that it was a criminal investigation, because the mom and the stepdad and everybody were being beat up so much by social media or other people online that truly believe they're responsible. Now, I absolutely believe that they're responsible for this. I truly believe that Sebastian has lost his life. And this is one thing I've never told my audience before, but in light of the case against me being dropped, I might as well share my opinion with you guys. And this is going to be pretty hard to digest when it comes to Sebastian Rogers, but it has a lot to do with the fact that they were traveling, and that, Chris was saying early on that they'll never find Sebastian. And I've vocalized this to some of the people that are the closest to me, but because of their travels, because he was so confident that they would never find Sebastian, you guys know I've always bounced around whether he was in the river, in the water, or, in a shallow grave somewhere. But in reality, because Chris was gone for almost 17 to 24 hours, I believe that Sebastian was dismembered. And I've never vocalized that on my channel, but those close to me know that this has been my number one theory as to what happened to Sebastian since the beginning. And I know, as hard as it may be to hear something like that, as shocking as it may be to hear something like that, I just felt there was an awful lot of confidence from Chris early on in the case. And so it was never just about the water or the land. It was also about being scattered as well, because they were on the road so much. And that would be very confident of the parents to know that he will never be found because he's not all together. And again, it's just a theory of mine. It doesn't mean that that is what happened. It's a brutal reality of what could have happened. So I've, might as well get that off my chest. It's been weighed on my chest for well over a year. Like I said, the people that are closest to me know that this is not shocking to them that I'm making this statement, because I've been making it for over a year behind the scenes. And I've had to make those statements because I'm trying to find search areas to search. And quite frankly, how corrupt Sumner County is, they're obstructing their own investigation as far as I'm concerned.
All right, that about covers it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Make sure to turn your bell notifications on. Until next time, be well.